Humans, huddle up, circle up, let's bring it up, hype up, sack up, and knock off the grab assin'. Get off the fence, gag your lollies, get the pussy out of your foot, and god damn it, spit out that fucking gum. Listen up. Knock it off, shut it down, nip it, nix it, and hush your fuckity fuss. I'm serious. You keep testing me, you're not gonna be able to spit that gum out because my foot is going so far up your ass you'll be tying my shoes with your teeth. Eyes front. Now I know it's tough eggs out there, but you don't eat soft-boiled. No. You got teeth, you got the chomps, you like it well done because it's chewy, and you didn't order soup. You're here for the grit, the guts, the moxie, the spirit, spunk, and tenacity. You're not here to be coddled, Molly. Fuck out of here with the memory foam. We need cold, hard futons, gym bags filled with shoes for pillows. Because you're here for the long haul and you'll sleep when your guts stop working. This month's been a hell of a year, but you got more to go. And there's no bus back to the lodge. Do you know where you are? Get on your knees. You're in it to win it. And I know it's because in the face of it all, you're still here. And that means you're ready to get back out there. And you're going to have to do that because there's no time. Your life is double parked with the hazards on, with your ass in the bike lane, and it's getting on DoorDash time. So there's going to be a fuck ton of pissed off bike couriers ready to key your Kia. So we got to hustle because there's never enough time. So don't count your pennies before the hatch or whatever. I don't have time for metaphors. I don't even have time for a point. But here it is, humans. I know you can take it. You can do it. Only thing cutting sharper than your jib is your cheese. Cheese, humans. Cheese. Fromagendos to the walls. There's no Fredda when there's feta. It might be your freshly greatest invention to perform such a gruesome alchemy of salty boob juice and gut zymes and have it come out cotija. That's wizard shit. And you do it all the time. The global cheese market is expected to reach $258.19 billion in 2025, so it's safe to say you made a monster. There's a lot of ricotta. I like it squeaky personally. I'm a curd bird. There's over 1,800, let me do the math, 1,800 documented varieties of cheeses. Not to borzon you with the details, but you don't need a charcuterie. Hold on, it's going to get worse. You don't need a charcuterie to see that you're horny for halloumi. While there's no cheddar example of how far you'll go for it, then the Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling and Wake. This is an annual event held on the spring bank holiday in Cooper's Hill at Brockworth near Gloucester in England. Of course it is. You can't afford expensive names for shit like that in America. You would just call it the Sleddon Hill, and it's over by there. A bank holiday is a national public holiday in the UK, basically because the banks are closed. So don't fucking call me. We're drinking, which we're doing most of the time anyway, but this time it's special because the banks are closed. There's a bunch of bank holidays, but last Monday in May is one in particular because every year thousands will Romano to the village and parish of Brockworth and line up alongside a 200-yard, that's 180 miles, Uncle Patriot, hill, sloping at a 26.6 degrees, straight down to watch 7 races, 4 downhill, 3 uphill. Used to be on Whit Mondays, which is the day after Pentecost, which used to be the last Monday in May from 1965 to 1970, and then was formally replaced by the fixed spring bank holiday in 1971. Humans, your religions get more upgrades than iPhones, but Lord help you if you fucking forget. No one really knows how long the Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling and Wake has been going on for. The first real documentation of the old Sumatran somersault was in 1826 in a message to a town crier, whose job it is to read the news to the peasantry. But back then it was because reading was for the rich. Now you're all just fucking lazy, but it's fine. Here's the news. The Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling and Wake is a tradition that probably goes back to the Romans, maybe pagans, but what doesn't? What's important now, way it works is they get a 7 to 9 pound wheel of double Gloucester cheese and wrap it up like it's gonna free dive in a wood casing, which is hot because a cooper is a craftshuman who bevels wood and makes wood in barrels, not to be confused with a hooper. That's the human that makes the metal rings that keeps that shit in line. Used to be two things, but the coopers eventually were like, fuck you, let me do it. Anyway, Cooper's Hill, get it? Back to the cheese. The double Gloucester is a type of hard cheese made in Gloucester since the 16th century, so you know it's good. But you humans don't really know why you call it a double Gloucester. Some say it's because you skim the milk twice. Others say it's because you use the morning and the evening milk. Either way, it begs the question, is there a single Gloucester? And the answer is yes. And see above, because you don't know why you fucking call that either, which is why you write shit down. So then you take that queso commando and you festoon it with ribbons, because she's a queen, and hurl it the fuck down Cooper's Hill whilst you humans heave yourselves 200 yards down the hill after it, the winner who reaches the end before everyone gets to keep the cheese. And you've been doing it for hundreds of years. That's how I know you can take it. Now you're probably asking yourself, 200 yards down a hill with a grade that looks like a book leaning on the shelf because you won't spring for a fucking bookend. They're not expensive. You're going to look like you read, so pony up and be an adult. Isn't that fucking dangerous? Yes! See, you do read. The Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and wake has been described as the world's most dangerous race, which I pull a well actually on. Because I think the most dangerous race you humans have is between you and the Kaibo on the fairground after 3 turkey legs and a yard of beer. For those of you who are wondering what the fuck a Kaibo is, it's an outdoor shitter. And Kaibo is an acronym for keep your butthole open. Because like I was saying, humans, you're tough as hell. Anyway, yeah. Turns out, yeeting yourself face first down a cliff while bowling for cheese is a bit chancy. Concussions, broken ribs, and, quote, feet out of alignment by 180 degrees are super common. In 1993, 16 people were injured, 4 of them seriously. One time, 2 international runners had to miss their flights home because they needed emergency surgery. 4-time champion Flo Early has a permanent shoulder injury caused by cracking a collarbone chiving after Cacciota. In 2023, Delaney Irving found out she'd won that year, waking up in the emergency room after getting knocked the fuck out right before the finish line. And if you're wondering if these Mad Manchego plungers are sober, fuck you, are you paying attention? So drunk do these fucking Spenwood sprinters get that they had to move back the race's start time from 6:30 p.m. to fucking noon because the runners were too shit-faced. But now they just tailgate early, because if you're going to pitch a fucking header down a bluff for some cheese, you're going to need some juice. And if you're wondering who is in charge, it turns out nobody! More specifically, it's Sarah Stevens, who just organizes it and has been for 10 years, and a team of rugby players who hang out at the bottom to catch runners, whence they hurl themselves in a cartwheel after some cabrales. But the best they could do was in 2013 when the Gloucester police had no one else to blame or warn. So they went after 86-year-old Diana Smart, who makes the double Gloucester wheeled cheeses for the race, warning her that theoretically, quote, she could be held liable because anyone who facilitates the event could be deemed an organizer by default. But fuck you, narc, the race goes on. This year was on Monday, May 26th. The big winners were a German YouTuber named Tom Kupka, Luke Priest, who won dressed like Superman, which is correct, and a New Zealander named Byron Smith, who won. Ava Sender-Logan, who won the women's race, after told the BBC that, come to think of it, she doesn't even like cheese. Most famously, though, a lot of you internet jockeys who doom scroll probably saw multiple angles of a harried fellow known as the Cheese Wizard chucking himself down the hill like a hubcap after a crash, flipping upside down so much he's wanted by Cirque du Soleil for plagiarism. He's fine, by the way. He had a drink at the pub. It was documented enough because enough of you couch-riding meme junkies had to ask. Turns out you do care. There is an uphill race, too, mostly to get back to your car. But the winner this year, Ariel Dempsey, who decided to dig hill for Havarti only that morning, told the BBC that the only reason she ran the uphill race was, quote, I did the downhill race, and I left my phone up there with someone. I thought the uphill race would be the best way to back up. And that is what fucking heroes do. All right, humans, take a breath. Sorry. I might be going out on a limb burger here, but out of all the extant species, I think maybe you got the baby bells to survive. If you're out here crash test dummying yourselves for cheese, I know you're scared. I know you're nervous. I know the last few whatevers have been a real kick in the dulce lattes, but I am not worried about you. I know you're going to be all right, because your species willingly launches themselves off buttes for fucking Beaufort. That's how good cheese is. And you made it. You did that. Yeah, life sucks hard, Havila, but you grin and camembert it. Gorgonzola after it and Grabetto it by the Bilotti, because you're fucking wild and weird and tough and mean and insane, but you're good enough for me. All right, hands in. Hands in. Hands in. Chase the cheese on 3. 1, 2, 3. Chase the cheese. I love you. Good night.
Nailed it.